Okay, so in the last class I did Newton quotes, okay. So the same Newton, huh? So they were all working on how to compute. So one thing I do want to remark that in research we do require computation, okay. So thinking that everything is in the head, it does not work. Even in theory we require computation, and I think there is nothing called theoretical physics and computational physics or experimental physics. Finally you need to compute and get the numbers. So one should keep in mind that one should really respect this guy. Like, and what today I am going to tell you is the toughest algorithm I come across in computational physics, okay. This Gauss quadrature, you will find that it is very involved and is by Gauss, I mean no lesser person. So you have to pay attention, huh? This is quite difficult. So today we will do Gaussian quadrature. Okay, so as I said, this is the complex method. So in complex method we approximate fx dx a to b as sum wj fxj, j goes from 0 to the n points. So for this method xj and wj both are unknowns. In the last class when I did, I kept xj was known, so I only computed wj, but in today's class I will keep both xj and wj unknowns. Now let us first think of the idea with simple example. So before I go to the proof, I will work with simple example. So suppose I want to have I have only 2 points, so only 2 points, so xj will be only 2 points. My axes are 2 points. Now I have 2 weights wj's. So what is the function which I can integrate exactly? Till what kind of function I can do it exactly? Linear definitely, but you can do better. Integration, I am asking integration using this formula. So it turns out, I will show you that anything which is less than cubic order, equal to and less than cubic order, it can be done exactly, okay. That is the power. So anything cubic less than with 2 points. So I mean the proof is not difficult. For this proof is easy, okay, but we are yet to go there, okay. We have not yet started the main proof. So I am imposing the condition that cubic polynomial I should get exact integral. So I have to just do it for 4 of them. So fx equal to 1 is a 0th order polynomial. So for fx equal to 1, ab, did I choose my ab? I think I chose my ab. Yeah, so I am choosing interval -1 to 1, okay, for this problem. So I am going to choose this to be -1 and this to be 1. So integral this is going to give you integral of fx dx -1 to 1, and right hand side is this, right. So we have 2 w's and 2 xj's. So I have to just write this as w0 fx0 x1. Now what is function fx0? Is 1, right. So this becomes 1, this is 1, and this is totally known, this is 2. So I can do the next one. So I will just do next one, after that I won't do it. So the next one is -1 to 1. Now you choose fx, I will do it here, fx is linear, do it for x, this is exact. So this is going to be x dx, this is x squared by 2 -1 to 1. So 1/2 So, this is 0, right, is even function. So, this is 0 and right hand side will be W0 Fx0. So, so I had to put that, no actually by the way it is not at the end points, x is not known to me, abscisses are unknown. So, I do not know this exercise, they are not the end points. So, let us call them x0 and x1. So, let me call them x0 by this usual notation. So, x0 plus like this. So, I will get two more equations for one for x squared and one for x cube. So, I have 4 equations and how many unknowns? I have 4 unknowns, 2 weights and 2 x's. I can compute it. For the equation for x cube, so let me just write the equation. Okay, the next equation is 2/3 W0 x squared, and the last equation I will just put it here, 0 is equal to now it turns out you can solve it exactly, even though it is cubic, but you can do some simplification and it comes out, you know the answer, and the answer which comes out to be both the w's are 1 and my x0 x1 is 1 by root 3 and x1. So, I should choose my x's at that point. So, my function, so any cubic order function, if I compute that function at these points x0 and x1 and I choose these weights, I will get exact integral, no error. Of course, 4th order will have error. Okay, we can also estimate error in this method. The difficulty with this is, of course, I can continue this exercise and do it for nth order polynomial. So, with let us say n abscissas and n weights, I can get exact integral by this method up to 2n minus 1, n plus n of abscissas and n weights. So, I can get exact integral for 2n minus 1 order polynomial. Problem, however, is that you will have very high order polynomial to solve, that I mean this cubic already, and 4th order, 5th order, there will be error in computing the x's. So, that is where Gauss comes in and he says, well, we can do it better. So, I will just show you how to get it using one of the polynomials, and you use, first thing is we use orthogonal polynomials. Which I mean this will use some of your knowledge of math methods. So, we will focus on orthogonal polynomials. It has advantage which will become apparent in the proof. So, I am going to again demand that I can do the exact integral up to 2n minus 1. Okay. So, I am going to call this phi j's as my polynomial of jth polynomial. Okay. One example is Legendre polynomial, which I am going to use, Hermite polynomial, Lueger polynomial. All these polynomials are their advantages for one way or the other, but I will focus right now on Legendre. So, I am going to use Legendre. So, we will use polynomials up to from j is going from 0 to n minus 1 to in fact to n, and because they are orthogonal, okay, Legendre polynomials are orthogonal, they satisfy the property phi I x, phi j x, and this is called weight function dx, a to b. So, this do not equal to 1, they are not normalized orthogonal function, they are orthogonal function, and this delta ij and gamma j. Gamma j is a number. Okay, that's a property of orthogonal, right? Everybody knows this? Yeah. Well, polynomials, no, Wx we keep it separate, is convenient. Polynomials are, yeah, it is convenient, not always Wx is 1, you do not absorb in phi x, not true. Okay, so this is a orthogonality. Now I am going to start the proof. So my function fx, since I demand that it is exact for this, so I will assume that my function is of this order. Okay. So this function I will write, so I divide this function by phi n x, phi capital N. So divide this by phi n x, so there will be remainder and the divisor, right. So remainder is of what order? So divide, let us say, function x squared plus 1 by, this I divide by x. So I will get x plus 1 is the remainder. So here this is nth order polynomial, nth order. So remainder will be n minus 1th order, because overall is 2n minus 1. So this is a remainder, this, well, it is called divisor remainder, my English is poor. This is a factor, and remainder will be, there is a notation, this is not r, I have to use my own notation, qn minus 1, this is a factor, and this is rn minus 1, this is remainder which remains, is a factor, and both of them are ordered. So qn minus 1 is written here, in fact, rn minus 1, polynomial of order n minus 1. Is that okay? Just a division. We do not need to figure out, but that is should be the case. Okay. Okay, in fact, this is called quotient. Now let us integrate this wx fx dx a to b wx. The proof is definitely a bit long, so find fx dx plus x dx. Okay. Now what happens to this? Using orthogonality, this quotient is a n minus 1th order polynomial. So it can be written as combination of, it can be written of polynomials is a series, but each of them will be order less than equal to n minus 1. Okay. So this is this one. So let me write it here. Q minus 1x is sum aj phi j of x, but j goes from 0 to n minus 1, like quantum mechanics, that is what we do. No? Now if I integrate this here, phi j and phi n, integral wx is 0, this integral gives you 0. Okay. So I need to only worry about this. Okay. So the next step, now I have to choose my x's. So please remember that I need to worry about xj, which xj should I choose and which weight I should, well, weight will be determined once you choose xj. So that is the whole idea. Now the next part, so step 2 starts that which j should I choose. So the xj you should choose xj as roots of phi n of x. So it is nth order polynomial, so it will have n roots, like x squared minus 1 has 2 roots. So it will have n roots, so that is where I should choose, and that simplifies. So it in fact will give me, so now xj I am fixing, so abscissa I am fixing. Now I need to find w, okay, in a convenient form. I do not want to get some inconvenient integral, I should get an exact expression. So the idea is, so I should, so now if they are the roots, then what happens to fxj? Fxj, so value of the function at those points, because this is zeros, so you will get Rn minus 1 xj. Now let us look at this integral wx Rn minus 1 x dx. Now I am going to expand this one as polynomial. So this is j R1. So I will expand this as a, so let me write this, okay. Before I get here, this part Rn minus 1 x, actually not in terms of phi j, I am sorry, I made a mistake. I want to do Lagrange interpolation, not phi j's. So do Lagrange interpolation. So this is Rn minus 1 with the same points xj Lj of x. This Lagrange interpolation. So this guy I am substituting this one here. So this is a constant. So it will come out of the sum. So it happens to be Rn minus 1 xj integral wx Lj x. Now I call this as the weight function. In fact, look, Rn minus 1 xj is same as fxj. So I can write this as fxj and this is wj. So if you can compute this involves roots of phi n, so they involve xj's. If you can compute this, I am done. In fact, that kind of, now only objective is to compute this. So shall I just go through it once? So we start from here. So let us go through it once. I mean, this is the kind of very key steps which are taken. So I expand my function. Well, actually I write my function after division with phi n x as this. Now I integrate this, then I will basically this becomes 0. So I get an integral with Rn minus 1 x. Now choose xj's as the roots of phi n of this phi capital N of x, and then this integral, this is what we want, because this is the answer, right. This integral will come out to be this, and this is my function value at xj's, and this is my weight. No, these are well, this will be all the polynomials which we will deal with will have real roots. like Legendre has real roots, Hermite has real roots. So in fact, you use ones which are tabulated, known, those things. Okay. Now this bit of algebra for this, I will just give the key steps. I have written them down in my notes, so you can look at them in more detail. How to solve this, how to simplify this, not solve this. So I will just write keys. So this LJs. So I will just write only few steps. I will not write all the steps. So LJ, how do I write? LJ of X is product. It involves product X minus Xj divided by product Xi minus Xj. J not equal to I. All that. No? So we did this in the past. Now I think I will skip all the algebra because this is I mean it's a bit tedious to write on the board. So I substituted. So W weights W is Wj 1 by Xj integral a to b x. Okay, so I'm getting back to phi's because roots are sitting here xj's. So I will skip the proof, but now phi's are appearing, the polynomial we started with. Now this can be further simplified by a theorem called Christoffel-Dabrock's identity. The proof is not difficult, but I will not do it on the board. Christoffel So if you use it with quite a few steps, is one page. Wj is minus an gamma n and what is gamma n? I defined already. This is gamma corresponding to j equal to capital N, and an is defined as an plus 1 divided by an, and these are the coefficient. In fact, let me define for arbitrary m. So coefficient of xm x power m in phi m plus 1. So this is the first coefficient. So the x to the power m, right, for phi m plus 1. So the first coefficient. Okay. So these are the definition. So in the polynomial it need not be 1. The first coefficient need not be 1. We will do an example and I will show you how to compute for Legendre. Now is the proof clear? The key steps, well, there is an algebra in any proof and there are key ideas in a given proof. So the key ideas are like this: expansion is a key idea, choosing roots is a key idea, this is a really key idea, and then there is a rest of the algebra. So this is the key idea. So you choose abscissa, after that weight is automatically determined. Okay, so in any idea, so the idea is key. After that, a lot of algebra. Okay, so Einstein theory, you know what is the key idea? I mean, you know, for special relativity and general relativity, today there is a big news, right? So what is the key idea of special relativity? No, that's not the key idea. All inertial frames are equivalent. In fact, speed of light being same, according to me, follows from the first and for relativity, what is the key idea? general relativity. Huh? Equivalence principle is the key idea. Okay, so one can accelerated frame is related to gravitational frame. Okay, so there is a key idea and rest of is algebra, which of course you have to be good at, but you can refer here and there and you can, well, I survive with this. Okay, so key idea, but the math you fill in. Okay, so now let us work with Legendre polynomial and try to get a formula, working formula, and in fact you can use different formulas, different polynomials to get different quadrature formula. This is called quadrature. Integration is same as quadrature. Okay, so Legendre polynomial. So I have few of them. In fact, I have this a plot, nice plot, but I will just list it. So P0 of x is 1. Typically they are constants. Huh? All polynomials, the first one is constant, and for this is 1. P1 of x is x, and so these are defined from -1 to 1. In fact, you encounter Legendre, no? Where do you encounter Legendre? Spuringer harmonics. It comes at cosine theta, right? So cosine theta will give you -1 to 1. P2x is 3x squared minus 1 by 2, and so on. P3x, P4x. Okay, and there are, so you see factor is not 1. The first one, AM is not 1 here. Here AM is 1, but not here, and so on. So for Legendre polynomial you can simplify this further, because now I have I should tell you what that is and what is gamma n. Okay, so this can be made simpler. Now for Legendre polynomial, so this one, and actually let me just write this, A capital N is divided by 2n plus 1, and gamma n is 2n plus 1. Okay, and there is bit more algebra which is again here in the notes. So this is further simplified using this, plus it turns out you can also rewrite this in terms of derivatives, or you can write this in terms of this. Okay, I will skip this algebra is not so exciting. So if I substitute all this stuff, the formula which is quoted in textbooks is this. Phi prime square. Okay, now you will find this in tables. This is the derivative of the polynomial, and you have to compute at the roots, and xj is the abscissa, which is zeros of, in fact zeros of phi n, not phi prime n. Okay, so this can be computed, and that will give you weights. So let's compute it for second order, but before that I want to give the formula for the error. Okay, the error formula is also, the derivation is not trivial. The error formula derivation, so error in this scheme will be 2n, right? So it's like I finished everything up to x to n minus 2n minus 1. So error has polynomial order 2n. The formula for error is, so I am not proving it, in fact that involves Hermite polynomial, which I skipped in the class. So there is I told you that you can write the Lagrange interpolation, but there is also Hermite's interpolation, which involves derivatives, okay, not done in the class, and from that one can derive the error formula, and the error formula is 2 capital N. And this one is product x minus xi whole square. Okay, or we call it j. So xj's are the roots, but squared. So this is higher order polynomial, 2n minus 1 order polynomial, right? 2n minus 2. 2n minus 2. So this is very accurate. Error is higher the order, more accurate in that series. Okay. Now let's work out the weights now as an example. So I have written the Legendre polynomial. So let me just get w then x. So I am going to make this capital N equal to 2. So capital N equal to 2. So my integral will be exact up to 2n minus 1, which is cubic. So what are the abscissas, xj's? So it should be root of p2 or phi 2. I should have written phi 2 or p2. So what is the root of that one? Plus minus 1 by root 3. Just make it 0 and you will get plus minus 1 by root 3. So these are the roots. So you can also visualize them how they look like. So let us do it here. So flat, so by the way, this is a very useful function in computation methods. They are the most useful. This one in Chebyshev polynomial. They are the most useful, not Hermite. Hermite is not so useful. Ligaire is not so useful. Legendre and Chebyshev. If you do computation, these are really very important. So minus 1 to 1. So well, I am going to put. Let's put the axis here. Minus 1 to 1. Flat. Next one is this one. Third one is 3x. So at x equal to 1, what happens? It's 1. So it comes down like this. It's even, no? So all the even ones are even and odd ones are odd. I mean odd ends are odd, even ends are even. So you draw like that. So I am using this one. So my abscissas will lie between minus 1 and 1. Sorry, I did a mistake. It has 2 roots. It is 0s at these roots. Okay. So so W's, how do I compute W's? Wj. So Wj formula is, where did I write? I erased it. I think erase that one. So let's write Wj formula. The 1 minus x squared. 1 with, I just erase that one. So that is for Legendre only. Huh? So this is general. This is true for any polynomial. In fact, we need to use other polynomials when the limits are minus infinity to plus infinity. That is where Hermite is useful. But for finite, Legendre is useful. For particle in a box and all that is Legendre. And the formula for Legendre I am using P, let's say, so let's use Pn prime. This uses the property of Legendre. So this is specific to Legendre. So what is p prime 2 of x? So take the derivative of p2, so it will give me 3x, so 2 will cancel. So now I have to compute them at the points, abscissa points. So the values of p xj will be xj's, in fact they are plus minus, so 3 plus minus by root 3, so this becomes plus minus 1 by root 3. So these are the, in fact that happens to be equal, which is nice, with since I do only squares, so I will be safe, I do not need to worry about the signs. So what are the w's corresponding to this? So in fact both are, let us say w0, 1 minus xj, did I make a, no I made a mistake, square is inside. So 1 minus square of this will 1/3, derivative square this is 1/3 and 2. So this is 2 by 3, I am making a mistake I think, this is root 3 above, okay, 3 by root 3, so this is above, so this is 3, so this becomes 1, okay. So both, in fact w1 is also 1, you can just check. So my formula, what should I write for with n equal to 2? So my integral is w0 fx0, so fx of 0, because w0 is 1 and w1 is also 1, so fx1, okay, that is it. This is straightforward, no? I will give you cubic order accuracy. Okay, so now let us do the next one, n equal to 3. So 3 I have to write on the polynomial, third order polynomial. So p3 of x is 5 x cube minus 3x by 2. By the way, the gamma is not 1 for this, huh? I wrote the gamma is that. So now you can just derive it, okay. So I will not go through the derivation. In fact this can be done by hand, so some of it you should do by hand, okay. So you can compute the derivative of this one. What are the roots? So this should be 3 roots, 0 plus minus root 3 by 5. So I should compute the functions at these values, that is it. You do not need to compute elsewhere, just compute at these. Now weights, so in fact people give in terms of table, so let me just write the table. So you can compute w's, huh? But it is written, so since it is odd and even, so it turns out some weights are equal and some abscissas are plus minus. So it is written in terms of table is the following: n x w. So for n equal to 2, my x's are 1 by root 3 plus minus and weights are equal 1. For 3, my roots are 0 plus minus root 3 by 5, and here it is, now it comes from some form, well, 8 by 9, 8 by 9 and this 5 by 9, okay. So we write like this. Then for n equal to 4, now I have written in terms of number, you can get a long 16 digit numbers. In fact you can just keep in your file 16 digit numbers. I have written only for 6 digits. So there are 4 roots, they are plus minus, so only 2 of them plus minus, I will just write one of them, 3 3 9 9 8 1, and this is 0.652145. So you can read off from the table, okay. And so for P3, my integral will be W0 coming from here. So, I read off this one, and well, the function is computed at 0. No, sorry. No, actually, for this one, yeah, function computed at 0 is fine. F0 plus W1. So, W1, actually with 0 you should not mistake with, this is x equal to 0, okay. This is not j equal to 0, j equal to 0 will really start from negative. So, my function is computed at root 3 by 5. In fact, this weight is same as, I am going to call it W1, and this computed at so this will give you accuracy up to 5th order, x to the power 5. So, that is why it is very powerful. In fact, if you can compute the function at any given point, Gaussian quadrature is the best formula for integration, not Newton codes.